What's up, VC? Got some records to show everybody. Glad everybody dug the Memorial Date update with my buddies Chris and Robert. It was a lot of fun to make. We made that right after getting home from the bar, and a little sleepy but also a little tipsy. Right now we're listening to a record I just bought today. Got it on sale. Peter Buck. This is his solo record from last year on Mississippi Records. And there's only 2,000 made of this, which to me doesn't sound like a limited run for a Peter Buck solo record. 2,000 records. It's a lot of records. But I saw it on sale for like 30% off today, so got it for under 15 and was really happy to find it. One of those things you just see and buy immediately. You can hear it in the background. It's a pretty cool record. I finally picked up a copy of Prince's Sign of the Times. My favorite Prince record, mostly for the track Adore. Best slow jam all time. It's my only Prince record at the moment. I lost 1999 in the breakup, but happy to have that one. Been looking for it for a while and got it for a good price. Speaking of good prices, Smithereens, especially for you, I found this for $1. I have Green Thoughts, the follow-up record, and I think what's interesting about this is it's called Especially for You, and Especially for You, the song, is on Green Thoughts, not on Especially for You. But this is their first album on Enigma Records. This looks like it's a Capitol Records press, and this came out in 1986. I don't know if the songs are as strong as and concise kind of pop nuggets as they are on Green Thoughts, but I think the production is better on this. And I grew up listening to these guys. Especially for You is actually the song my parents had their first dance to at their wedding. 50 Cent Find, Wild on the Streets original soundtrack. Pretty fun. Some pop psych. There's a hit on this, The Shape of Things to Come, which is a really fun pop psych jam. But if you haven't seen this movie, I saw this kind of in a haze a few years ago. I was definitely out of it, sleepy or something, and so it kind of has this interesting imprint on my memory. But product of the times, definitely hard to explain. But I think I can't remember. Everybody dies when they turn 25. I can't really remember the plot. Like I said, it's got a weird imprint on my memory, but I remember the songs and kind of the whole dystopian sort of vibe that it had. And so this was cool to find for 50 cents, just to have the artifact. A couple new records. Vivio's Stephen Wilkinson. Sorry, this is called Silver Wilkinson, named after Stephen Wilkinson, who goes by the name Vivio. Electronic music. This is on Warp. I came across this guy after his first record. A friend recommended him to me. All this photography is by Stephen Wilkinson, by the way. And the first record was this really nice mix of kind of looped, layered guitars with a real nice kind of analog crackle mixed with field recording. Really dreamy stuff. I guess Boards of Canada-esque, perhaps, but after he made 2 records, and then he kind of went a little more song-oriented with Vignetting the Compost, and then he must have bought an MPC or something, because he started throwing down with some kind of hip-hop, electronic, EDM sort of influence stuff, and just went crazy. And I love it. He's kind of one of those guys I will just check in with because I feel sort of like I'm coming from a similar place, and so it's nice to check in and see how he's doing. And these records aren't anything that's mind-blowing, but just a really good musician following their own muse. That's something I always talk about. He's not making a music for an audience, really. He's making it for himself, and it happens to work really well as entertainment, just as much as kind of painting a portrait of who he is and what he's expressing. But this is great. This kind of harkens back to some of the stuff on Vignetting the Compost, and it's laid back, kind of folky, some of his strongest melodies to date, I think. And there's a track on here called You that samples the Commodores, and it's a great track. Some people have said it's a little jarring in some reviews I've read, but one thing I've noticed is whenever I hear comments like that and I listen to them on records, it's usually like the beginning of side 2 or the end of side 1, and it's not jarring. In this instance, it's the first track on side 2, and it really just opens up side 2, and the album ends on You Won't Remember, which I think is maybe one of the most beautiful melodies I think Stephen Wilkinson has written, and I kind of wish the song were longer, but it's gorgeous. Great record. I'll buy every Vivio record that comes out until he stops. Another new record, Deer Hunter, Monomania. This is on 4AD Records. This is a nice like OVI strip. We'll open it up. Deer Hunter is another band that I will probably buy most of their records. I've been a fan of them for a long time, and so there you go. This record is nice. You can't really see it, can you? Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. Got some blood spatter on the inside. Real nice artwork. I love this Monomania Monochromatica. Nice labels. This is their simplest record, easily. Their most embossed cover. It's their most embossed cover yet. But it's their most just kind of let loose, play some rock and roll. You know, they're an American indie band and they come from a long tradition of that, and they really made a point to reference a lot of that in the press that they did for this album before it came out. I don't know if this is going to be the Deer Hunter record that I listen to the most or pull out when I want Deer Hunter, because, like I said, it is kind of their simplest, and none of the songs have really stood out to me just yet. The Missing is a classic sort of track, as written by Luckett Punt, who's also in Lotus Plaza, and he throws down a track or two on every Deer Hunter album that are really nice, and The Missing kind of goes back to that. Pensacola is a lot of fun. I think it's Blue Agent, where he rips a lyric from Bohemian Rhapsody, and Deer Hunter's never known for his lyrics, but you know, it's when your chorus is saying I'm a poor boy from a poor family, it's like you couldn't have just thought of some other words to go there. It's just like, it's so upfront. But this looks like, you know, these tracks are played live in the studio. I think, you know, everything is one take for the most part, and it's just Deer Hunter kind of, you know, it's a good enough set for Deer Hunter. They let their hair down a little bit. They decide to get a little trashy, throw their guitars around a little bit. So I like it. Not my favorite by any means so far, but an enjoyable listen. A couple reissues that I picked up. First is Margot Guerin. I think that's how you say the name. The all-music review of this, Chris pointed out to me, is just kind of makes it sound like the best record of all time. And I will say that I heard 2 songs off of this and ordered it immediately. And that only happens every so often. I just had to buy it. Sundays has a reissue of it. It's very hard to find the original. Beach Boys influenced, very baroque pop, whispery vocals. But it's just the production and the thoughtfulness of the lyrics and the melodies that are just really, really nice on this. Just, I mean, beyond nice, they're excellent. They're exceptional. This record is just something else. I don't have many thoughts to say on it yet. This is the only album she ever made. It came out in 1968, and it's just really fucking cool. I like it a lot. Second reissue, Quartet's Grounds. You know, the original issue of this isn't really that hard to find, and it's about the same price as this, but I combined this on my order with the Vivio album. Got my bedroom electronic musician fix. 2 LPs, one of those 2 LP records where there's only like 2 or 3 songs on each side, but it's an excellent record. Very sort of, you know, Folktronica was the hit tag to give this sort of stuff back in the day, but I just still look at it as bedroom music. The drums and the grooves are really in the forefront, but some excellent, beautiful melodies. I'll show you. It's a gatefold. You know, clean sleeves, the very clever sort of labels here. That's side 1 is the dot in the middle. Side 2 has 2 dots, and they add a dot for every side. Great stuff. I'm trying to pick up all the quartet I can. I've got everything ecstatic at the moment. I'm gonna pick up There's Love in You next, and I might even venture into some of his 12 inches, which would be really the first time I've kind of ventured into 12 inches. Lastly, Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night, their last album with Lindsey Buckingham. A lot of fun. I put this on and was looking for a copy for a couple bucks, and I can't ask for a better copy for a couple bucks, but you know, buying that Fleetwood Mac. Nothing totally out of the ordinary, but that's my haul. It's the same old with me. Nothing new, nothing too crazy happening. Just recording a lot of music. That's the reason it's been a while since my last kind of solo update, and you know, it's just been, if I have the option, I'm gonna record the music. I get so few opportunities to listen to music that I choose it over television now, which is nice. Haven't been watching much TV. It's funny because I just realized Adam mentioned in his last video he's been watching more TV and watching less records, or listening to less records. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with that, Adam. Some crap TV is good, and I'm about halfway through the Arrested Development. It's taken me a while to watch. But you know, I've been listening to records a ton. I kind of resituated my room. Actually, I'll show you a little bit if I can. We got the speaker here, right? And then I used to have the speaker on the ground, right there where the guitar is. But now, I put in a couple of shelves, and my speaker's up top. I might move it to actually the second one, because it seems like it might be a little high. But, short little music room tour, actually. There are the records, stuff on the ground. Let's see if we can make a little walk here. We got some tapes and stuff. This is my brand new tape player, Pioneer CT F700. And we got my receiver, my Marantz 2 Martini 2235B. And we go up here, and this is my Panasonic pretty much crap turntable. I've made some Jimmy rigged the tone arm a little bit, so it's actually not that bad, and it's got a Pickering cartridge that's it sounds really great, and I'm happy with, but I'll be upgrading when I get the next tax refund. And of course there's a map of the world here. It's a Mercator, or a Mercator projection, which is generally regarded as the worst projection, so I'd like to upgrade. But yeah, so little short music tour, why not? But I've been listening to a lot of records because of the new speaker placement, and everything sounds damn good. Damn good. Records sound real good. This Peter Buck is killing it. I like it. Alright, BC. Thanks for watching. Y'all take it easy. I'll talk to you soon.